Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Sportiest stream and to the Paradise Crew Battles Qualifiers. This is day 1 of 2, and this is the start of the Swiss day. Thank you for the follow, by the way, the sub, actually, I should say. I'm Cody. How you doing, my guy? It's nice to see you in an area you already League 2's playing in this match, but yeah, we've got a great day of action here. We've actually got, in total today, 8 matches. We've got 3 for this tournament, 5 for the Ascent Tournament Series, our Rocket League Splash Series Champions Cup that come right after this. So it's gonna be a long day of matches, but that's what you guys are here for. You're here to see me absolutely torture myself. For no surprise here, as again, what's a day it's gonna be here. Our first round though is being shown up as that's the incorrect teams. That's the incorrect teams there. It is not that matchup. It is what about me then? And goal. So let me fix that real quick. There you go. That's our first round match. We've got 3 rounds. It's the first rounds of the Swiss stage, so a lot of action sure to come. So, sure that we get this series started up as we can for all of you, because it is all crew battles here. As I said, this is a crew battles tournament, so that means we're going to be seeing everything from 3s, 2s, and 1s here tonight. And again, every match being a best of 5, it still matters to have those 3v3 matchups, but we'll get to see how this goes here. And we'll get this info out in just a moment so that we can get these players in as soon as possible. And since it is a crew battles tournament, it means that we're going to get some pretty insane matchup, but we are going to start with 3v3. So again, what about me then? Wally J, Volk, Wally J haven't been teammates back on, I think it was Rosetta. Oh, I think it was Wall and Volk co-teammates on Rosetta. Wally J have been teammates as well more recently for Validity. Specifically on that org on the other side for Gold, Gannon, Trick, and Racing. Racing is a player we'll recognize. He was on 909 at one point. Beforehand, I think he was on New Horizons, so we've seen a good amount of these players before, but the real question is going to come down to 3v3. 3v3 is still the most important playlist. You play them every odd game is a 3v3 matchup. Well, I didn't know you were casting my match. I didn't know either until a few minutes ago when he updated the Swiss bracket here for Leopard. So I am taking that match now. He moved me. I was actually going to cast Nova versus Goalie Giggles, but moved me. I don't know what happened. It might be some complications with that first round starting on time. That can be an issue sometimes with these jobs. I know specifically this first round how early it is. There's a good amount of teams that may not make it in time for round 1, but at least for now, this again is going to be our matchup. We'll get these players in as soon as we can. For this one, it is definitely superior. It is. The nice thing is, there's a reason I could stream this though. It's early enough that later on, that means I get to cast the ATS RLSS Champions Cup. So we'll be seeing that. That's whole Swiss stage. That's just a one-day Swiss stage bracket. It starts at 6, it'll end before 11, hopefully. So it should be a good time. I'll be solo casting almost all the matches here, although I can say, at least for now, round 3 of the this cup, the Paradise Crew Battles, I'll be joined by a Raptor, Raptor 8154. Then for ATS Champions Cup round 3, I'll be joined by Ico Warski. So we'll have some newer casters joining us for a few of these rounds, but for the most part, I'm going to be solo casting everything. And we'll make sure that we get the openings here as quickly as possible. We get these players in the lobby. Again, again, this is crew battles. I believe every odd game is 3v3. That's how crew battles usually goes. Assuming this is no different. In fact, let me... There we go. Info, let me take a look. I believe it is 3s. For first game is 3s. Yeah, loser game 1 will choose 2s or 1s. 3s, yep, 3s, then it will go to game 4, which is whatever's not played, and then 3s again. So it is, again, a back and forth kind of repetition style. Therefore, this one has a look at the... Let me take a look at our bracket if I go to the right page. Of course I don't go to the right page. There's our bracket. So that's what you'll be seeing. Yeah, that's our first round matchups. Again, these teams are anywhere ranked from high champ to high grand champ 3, and which includes Nova. Nova being our highest ranked team here. Our lowest ranked on list is Goalie Giggles. So, yeah, how that match goes. Do you know who made that sheet? Yeah, it is you, Cody. You and Leopard made that sheet. As you actually made both the brackets today. So, when we go to the Champions Cup, Cody, if you are still watching, which I have a feeling you probably won't be, because you're a busy guy. Well, it's also part of your work, so. Watching, oh, just relax. Oh, he's traveling, so that's why he's here. Well, no wonder Cody is so available. I was gonna say, that's a rarity to see Cody on the stream when it's him who's not playing. As, what league is this? Are you asking Cody what league this is for? This is not a league, this is a tournament. It is the Paradise Crew Battles tournament. This is the qualifiers, top 16 teams signed up. Top 8 will go to next weekend, play in the final single elimination format, which is quarterfinals, best of 7, semis, and grand finals, best of 7. Was there a rank cap? I don't know if there was. I can tell you that for this tournament, there was 1 SSL per team. Most teams don't have an SSL. But yeah, the rank level for this is about Champ 3 to GC 3. There's no like majority SSL team, as Cody's already mentioned. So that's what we're gonna get here for these teams. But I'm excited to see this one. We're only a few minutes away from round 1. Again, hopefully, we'll end this lobby as soon as can. We'll start the series as soon as we can as well, because I know players like it as well. That's why you didn't participate. Yeah, it makes sense. Your team is is all SSL. Yeah, I don't think it can. But I know ATS RLSS is a much stricter rank cap of Champ 1 to GC 2, although all the Champ teams are Champ 3. So, and also it's we invited teams for that tournament. Also, and that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be seeing this tournament. We're seeing that tournament after this as well. So it's a long day, not just for me, but for you guys. If you want to be watching, I'll have 8 separate matches to vote on, which is the most I think I've ever had in one day when it comes to like matches like this. Although I have done 8 matches before for a 1v1 tournament back when I cast a 1v1 tournament in the past. I think it was ran by Leopard as well. That had 8 1v1s, but they were much shorter. They're best of 3s. With very few. I think it was 1 best of 5, maybe 2 best of 5s, and a best of 7. The game advantage. So, yeah, we'll see. I've had pretty long days before. It's definitely one of them. I'm gonna be here all day. So, can't wait for this. It's gonna happen again tomorrow. We're gonna have 2 matches for Paradise Crew Battles and 3 for the Champions Cup tomorrow. So that's gonna be 5 matches around the same amount of time as for streaming as well, with matches for Champions Cup being best of 7. But you guys are here for Rocket League. I'm here for it too. And well, I can't wait for the pain that's gonna be inflicted on me. You guys, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this though. But for now, it's Crew Battles. Here, part of the Paradise Crew Battles tournament. $100 prize pool, I believe. So, make sure we know about that. It's a decent sized prize pool. I know for Champions Cup, it is all 3v3s and $100 prize pool. We'll be starting in just a moment or two as soon as these teams join on in. I know for them, they're getting their practice in as they're getting Gold joining in. Shriek, Bryson, Gannon. And on the other side for What About Me? Wall, EJ, and Volk. And we'll get the updates for you all as soon as we can. But we do have Goal in the lobby. Hopefully we'll get What About Me then here. Because the problem with Crew Battles is that it can take a little longer than most best of 5s. Specifically those 1v1 matches if we do get there, which is likely. But the fact that Crew Battles usually has longer breaks as well in between games. Next you're getting an update. This is a high school team. No wonder. No wonder these 3 are playing together. Well, that'll be fun. We'll see how it works here. Playing against Wall and company. This is one of our closer matches though, so that means this will be a good one to the very end. But again, we'll get this for you all as soon as we can. And we're still waiting on Wall. He's known sometimes to be a bit late. Hopefully this is not one of those times, because I would like to have this match start as soon as possible so that we don't so that we can get our little break in between for you guys and for me. We're waiting now, and as again, we are just waiting on What About Me Then, which is that left side team, goal on the other side. These guys will be here any moment. No Bizio teammate Wall. Yes, he was a teammate of Bizio. He's been a teammate of a couple people that are still often found. He was a teammate of Volk. At one point, he's a teammate of EJ. He was a teammate of Lilo, who actually we might see Lilo and her upcoming team in the Phoenix Cup a week from now. That'll be interesting. He's been on a couple different teams, so, and he's also just a guy who's been on the stream. He's just a nice guy who's been on the stream. As again, apologies on the delays. I don't know what's happening over that team. I don't know if they're like practicing or something. I team with Ruby and Ruby teams with Wall and Bizio. Does that make us like cousins or something? No, not how that works. I see. He was a teammate of Ruby and Drizzy, who've also been on this. Again, we will see what's happening here. I are falling a bit behind on this match. So, I don't know if Wall forgot that he has a match today or what happened. As again, we'll wait for them any moment here. If it hasn't started his match yet either, I'm not surprised. Who's on Lilo's team? So, she's on two teams right now. She's on 12 bricks with Nacho and with B. And she's also on Curiosity, which is another women's team. Courtney and with Sonoki. That's the team that Lilo's on right now. Very solid. Gonna watch prep for Champions Cup. Best of luck with the cast. Of course, flip out. Good luck in Champions Cup. Hopefully we'll get to see you guys there. Yes, that's the teams that Lilo's on right now. She's pretty solid. She's like easily GC3. So, and she's got Courtney, who, if you remember, was on Gen G before Gen G had dropped her, which is very recent and quite a huge roster move. So, again, super solid. We'll get to see them play in the Phoenix Cup in a week from now. So, definitely excited to get to see that team. That's a new team entirely. As we've got Wall in, so let's get this match going here. For both these teams. So we're going to start with 3v3s. We'll move to 2s and 1s. The loser of that will decide. But for now, just 3v3s for game 1. As that's a crazy roster? It is. If you know anything about women's cardball, you know that's a very crazy roster. But, you know what also is crazy? We've actually got our match started up here. Paradise Crew Battles. Round 1 of Swiss here. What about me then on the blue? Cole on the orange. And a best of 5. But with it being Crew Battles, the game mode's gonna matter a lot for these teams, specifically those 3v3 matches. If you're a better 3v3 team, you'll automatically have such a heavy advantage. And what about me then? Are considered the better team here, so we'll get to see how they play here against goal for goal. It's gonna matter a lot about those in-between game modes, those 1v1, those 2v2 specifically, because those games can definitely turn a series around. But really, again, what matters the most is those 3v3s. And what about me then? Are just a roster that has more chemistry, knows each other so much more. Wall specifically being that central figure on so many different rosters, and this one's no different. He's been teammates with both these guys before. If there's anybody we're gonna see make that impact, it's gonna be him. And speaking of him, here comes Wall with goal 1. What about me then with the early strike as EJ past the wall, connect, and nobody back to stop it. Goal 1 will go to the favorites in this match. As for goal, a lot of work, especially again in these 3v3 games. They matter so much to this team. They really do make a whole difference in a series. Sure, they can't win you a match on its own, but well, 2s and 1s themselves aren't too far different from each other, although this tournament does make the rules a bit interesting in that whoever plays in the 2v2 can't play in the 1v1, and well, right now these teams aren't thinking about it. It's Freeze that matters, and it's Goal who will answer back. The demos coming in front from Shriek and Racing, and Ganon will find the open net. Goal's already answering back, and it's a good time to do it too. These teams have not let themselves hold back on the offense, as now Volk with Wall, that one off targets, and what about me then? Actually in a very awkward position. Nobody was able to recover to that. I think they were expecting that shot to go on nets, and it's a lot of panic here from What About Me then. Team as high rank as they are, it's very strange, because again, these guys know each other quite well. But just as quickly as they panic, they get rid of this pressure on them, and well, that's what makes them so high level, is you see that recovery. It just comes so quickly, and it's as if it never happens. And they are just so scary with that recovery wall with his second, as Shriek was covering that back wall, but he couldn't get the top of the crossbar covered. And that one will go in. 2-1 in favor of What About Me then. This game 1. Again, currently siding with the team that's expected to take it. Again, the only benefit of losing game 1 is that you get to choose the game mode for game 2, and in essence for game 4. But it really isn't much of a benefit. Winning games is just a lot more important than choosing them. What About Me then? Want to be that team, you know, that holds that lead, especially again with this being a long 3 matches today. Getting through them as quickly as possible will definitely be their thing, because at the end of the day, 2 teams are going to be out of the Swiss stage, will be automatically guaranteed into that top 8 for next weekend, and well, who wouldn't want to be there? Because if you're not there, you gotta play tomorrow, and that is no guarantee. Every team can change in a day, and every team can change quickly itself. Goal's got an answer as well in Racing. Won't that early say, but he had already jumped for it, and he can only get a slight touch on it. He was thinking of a much more powerful shot. And watch out for Goal. This team definitely doing some strong performance, but what I'm surprised with, he hasn't seen more of Racing. In many roster, he has been a quiet player, but again, his impact for a team cannot be understated. He's such a solid player, so consistent in the back line, but here he is, again, playing that same position. We haven't seen much of him, though. That stop will definitely help him out. Volk, the back wall, miss from Shriek, and EJ, a chance to score! And he will take it. A mistake at a bad time. And that's going to make things a lot tougher here for Goal, as it's EJ. And when you're in front of the net like that, there should be no questions on if you're going to score or not. "90 seconds and counting now. What About Me then in the lead, but will they be able to hold it? They've not been very good at doing so far, and they are going to miss there. Volk did not make a touch on it, and he's going to gift this chance for Racing. Again, it's just What About Me trying to jump so early. That chemistry for these players is there, but they're relying a little too heavily on it. And these plays aren't connecting. But Goal is just waiting for these mistakes from What About Me then on these rotations, and they have definitely presented themselves here. Now, team bump. Wall, no boost to work with. The 50 there with Volk, but all still in the way. Well, Me then will be happy to see it out. At the very least, they may even get a chance off this, as Racing's backwards, but he'll rotate in time. But What About Me then? This has been a scary start to this series for them. This has not been consistent and not been confident. And for a team of such solid skill, Goal is just proving that it doesn't matter what rank you are in this tournament if you don't have that team chemistry. 57 seconds remain here in Game 1 to start off our day. In a high-scoring matchup. I would love to see this kind of run continue. Gannon, dunked away. Volk, looking for the flick, but Shriek will keep it back. What about me then? Another one, whipped from Wall. Gannon nearly put that one in the back of the nets, and Goal still searching. Racing, saved by EJ. Volk's panicking. Wall's got 11 boost. What about me then? Hoping for any chance to present itself, but it's just not coming to them. As Goal wasting out that precious time off the clock. What about me then? Looking for any goal they can get here. At this point now, they're throwing themselves at these challenges. EJ, we'll get to that one, and a whiff in front. It's open. Wall should take it. 8 seconds to go. And a whiff from Goal will give What About Me then life in Game 1 and life in the series. A mistake at a terrible time. What about me then? And Goal maybe sending this game to overtime here. What a start to our day already. Yeah, this is supposed to be one of our closer matchups, and it's definitely proving that. Although I'm sure What About Me then will be very unhappy with how this game has gone so far for them. So many of these goals that they've conceded have just been off of simple mistakes, but no mistake on that one! Whoa, we'll end it here, 7 seconds in. And What About Me then? A little fortune. But they'll take it. 4 goals from Wall. He's been the centerpiece for this roster, as I've already mentioned. And we've already got the call immediately after from Racing. Goal wants 1v1s, so they're going to be going to a Game 2 with a 1v1 matchup. So what a decision this has got to be for them. Most teams choose 2s, but obviously that's not what they want to go here. 1s, trust themselves in the 1v1s. Again, what a day it has been for these guys. I'm sure they'll be excited to go to this next one, as Wall already being the one that looks like he's going to stick in for What About Me then for Game 2 here. 1v1s, this could be a huge game changer. This is such a... because there's a lot of confidence and a lot of momentum that goes into 1v1 matches. They are the longest, generally, in a series like this. Oh, we get to see more of this kind of stuff. I love 1s overall, but I don't know about how these players feel about it. That Game 1 was so close. Bryson, again, he's called it. He wants to go himself. He has Wall against him, so that also means we got a roster set for the 2v2 matchup. That would be going in Game 4, if that's what we find ourselves in. Means it'll be Volk and EJ against Gannon and Shriek. And it's Racing who will get the first strike, 14 seconds in, so... again, he's the one who's calling this here. Wall, obviously, I think he's the highest ranked player on What About Me then, so not too crazy to see him take it himself, although this is going to be a tough game for him. I don't generally know Wall for his 1v1 matchups. Wasn't the one who got to choose this game mode, so he'll be stuck here. What about me then? Another challenge from Wall. Racing, a little awkward to it, but again, so far we're just seeing a lot of really slow, close action. These guys do not want to give each other space, and I mean, it's not uncommon in 1v1s like this, especially at this rank level for these players. Giving up spaces is a huge commodity for any player, and well, Racing's just done that. Wall's gonna get him on the fake, and well, it's a tied game already. Racing not happy with that one. He had seen where that play was going from Wall, but he jumped early, thought the foot reset was made. All just waiting to see if a play would come for him, and well, he didn't have to wait very long to see that one go in the back of the net. And away from Wall, that should be Racing here to make it 2-1, although he will get to it just a bit too slowly, though. Well, he does have boost advantage. Wall's got the challenge here, but a great fake. Beautiful from Racing. A change-up's coming already in this game. We have only just passed the first minute, but this is what I mean about ones. It's such a chess match of a game mode. You have to know what your opponent is going to do. You are to win these kind of matchups. Again, it's just been such a close matchup here, but look, we get to see more of this. Grayson. The dribble. He's got some great height on this, but he won't win the 50. Wall can recover, but he missed that sidewall boost, and he's not going to get back to the net nearly fast enough. That boost whiff there for Wall will be the difference maker in that play. He should have had it if he does take that boost. He's scoring, no questions. Instead, it's Racing who is just demoing this guy off the face of the earth. Wall has got to play a little more safe here on how he knows his boost. He's got none left here. Use it all just to challenge him. Now he's just got to pick up some small pads. He'll challenge again. Racing not really trying to play aggressive to that net. We have not seen any goals since just after that first minute in this game. And I don't think these lady players want to see any more goals through for the time being. As Wall patiently waiting for Racing to challenge, and well, Racing will give him one. A flick from Wall. He'll leave Racing, but a bad save, and that's going to be a free one for Wall, just waiting on the mistakes from Racing. And again, he has not done much on offense when it comes to creating scary chances, but he has forced Racing into mistakes, and well, that's good enough for Wall. Just looking to be consistent. Just looking to keep himself up here. It's Racing who, in many ways, has the advantage calling this game out himself. Wall, who is the one to challenge him, although he'll challenge him there. It's slowly. He's got to be careful. Bumped out again. Racing not afraid of those kind of aggressive plays, and he won't be afraid of that shot. Wall is left in no man's land. In that position, he's got to be either a lot closer or a lot further away. He just kind of stops midway between the net and that ball. He has to make the decision there to cut off that angle. He just sits where he really shouldn't be. He gives up what would be a pretty open chance for Racing. Another kickoff win for Racing. Another bump as well, but he doesn't have that corner boost. Now he will. Wall again left with nothing. He's been prioritizing the ball, but he's left himself in awkward positions because of it. Racing. Look at that flip reset in front. He'll instead concede this position to Wall. Again, just seeing Wall take things quite slowly. Is definitely not a speedy player, and he doesn't need to be. It's all about the smarts, at least so far, for these players. Making the right decision at the right time. This 1v1 has stayed very close. We still have over 2 minutes to go in this one, and what we're seeing already from these players is definitely quite fun to watch. It's been quite close. Often Crew Battles really makes these matches close. Oh, Wall's just been faked out by Racing. He went all in on that one, but Racing caught him. And the Wall panic is back at it again. He's had a couple of goals go against him because he panics. I think so much of this is Wall playing from behind so often. He wants that lead. You can tell he wants it with how aggressive he is on these challenges, with how emotional he seems to be on these challenges too. He's leaving himself quite vulnerable because they are quite predictable. Wall is getting beaten as now he's flipped to that challenge. Racing should be able to put this one in. Wall stops him though. And on low boost, that touch from Racing actually gives up possession. It would have done better if he just went for that corner boost, because now he's given up an open goal, and Wall will take another one. Racing tried to play the quick game on that shot, but instead he'll see that chance get away from him on a save, and it is Wall back at just taking advantage of mistakes. Racing may be the offensive player, but it's Wall who's got him on the counterattacks. Wall again, who seems to be able to predict this game and so much of it. He's backflipped here. He's used a lot of boost onto that play. And he'll just shoot it up front. Racing will get back, and his touch, keep it in the corner. Not going to pick up that corner boost. He went for a shot himself, tried to see if Wall would actually challenge him there. And he does, but a bit late, and means for Racing at least he is not going to have offense again. But flick from Wall, he has just been very weak when it comes to his shots on the offensive side, and if he just gets a little bit more power, a little bit more precision, I could definitely see him completely running away with this game in its current state. Oh, and that's just beautiful! Wall, outplay, and he'll take a little few seconds off with that touch. 5-4. Wall made Racing think he was going to be a bit too slow to that challenge. I think Racing was more expecting actually a 50-50 on it than anything else. But Wall immediately boosted the ground and got the flick over him. Racing could not help but watch that play get past him, and now off a kickoff, he's beat again, but he will be back in time. Speaking of time, there's only 40 seconds left for Racing, and that first touch is not going to favor him. He'll get back to it. Wall, slowly, he's been beat on the 50, and it's tied again. Wall went for it here. Would have preferred him to go back to net in that play. That 50-50 just doesn't angle himself correctly. I think he was looking for a pinch outward, and it's risky to do that because if Racing goes and puts his full body on it, he's winning that challenge and he's going to push it ahead. It didn't really matter. Wall just completely messed up the challenge in the first place. Now he'll mess up on a challenge there with Racing, who's got boost advantage. Now he could just shoot this one if he wanted to. Got the timing to do it, and Wall is playing very, very close. And yeah, I thought that was going to happen there. Wall had played up very high on that challenge. Racing's not going to let him get away with it. And now only 16 seconds separates these two players. What about me then? The hopes on Wall to see if he can take it here. Take this final goal, but Racing with another challenge win. And now he'll go for the nets, but it's a giveaway. Wall off a corner. That one's hit heavy. Racing looking to let this hit the ground, and he will. Game 2 will go to goal. This series is far from over. We're going to go back to the 3v3s. That also means we're guaranteed at least to see a 2v2 match between these sides, and we already know the players are going to be involved in it. And close, that's for sure. Definitely been a fun amount of closeness. But a game so far, again, it was close. Definitely what you expect. We're gonna get ourselves back in. This has been a kind of a long series. We had a delayed start as well, so hopefully our second round isn't gonna be delayed by this one, but again, we've just seen some incredible matches. Get to see more of them here. Game 3, back to the 3v3s is what about me then? Had the advantage in, but it was so close, and now with that momentum of that 1v1 carrying in goal, what are they going to use with it? Specifically, what is Racing going to use with it? Out of all the players on this team, he's got to be the most confident off of that win. And well, he's already going for more demos, so no surprise to see Racing continue that demo strategy. As a shot on, this one kept out, but not very well. Racing will see it fall in. As I said, it's him who's got the confidence here in Game 3. But what about me then? No, an answer of the kickoff! They're not letting that happen against them, as Racing may be a bit distracted with his question in chat. Yeah, he was a bit slower that 52. Wall just outplaying him on that one. Again, what a day we've had so far. This matchup, as close as it can be, at least in respect of what we've seen. A Game 1 ending in an OT, or Game 2 1v1 ending in just a single goal. And now, like this game also, staying close. Lepid, I see you in chat. Yeah, you've hooked up with a great match, although I've heard some of the other matches have already ended in forfeits, so that's unfortunate, but it does happen. As three DQs, what in the world happened? But the teams bring in too many SSLs? Is that what happened here? My goodness, that is a bad start for this tournament if we've had 3 teams. Seriously, did 3 teams bring in like SSLs? I think that's not the case, but oh boy. Not a good sign if that's what happened. Thanks for letting me know, Lepid. Hopefully that means my round 2 match is going to be actually played, though. Oh, I didn't join the VC in time. Got it. Yeah, that would be DQ worthy then, yes. Well, thank you for letting me know about that, Leopard. Fortunately, I think we have round 2 lowers, actually, so hopefully we don't get one of those matchups. Please, Leopard, don't give me a match with one of those teams. Thank you, man. Thank you, Leopard. Again, we got a great round 1, though. As EJ to the back wall, cleared away by Gannon. Ball in the lead so far. I've been talking with Leopard, but I really should be talking about this match. It's staying close, and again, you're seeing that confidence from goal. Off of that 1v1 win. Again, look at Racing. Look at how much more aggressive he is. He's usually such a defensive player in focus, but after that win, definitely a lot different, although he is still making saves. And big ones, and that fact is wall now, the back wall, cleared by Gannon. EJ has to turn on this as Shriek was waiting for the shot, and what about me then? Continuing to play a little bit patiently here as EJ in the midfield is Wall. Drop down, he's got it! To the top right corner. Wall has the angle, and it's just perfect. Goal led to a net. They jumped up to contest, but it's Wall who thinks better of it. And it is what about me then? Who again show to us that they can definitely do it. As EJ, another clear, Shriek to send it back. Book. The corner, this one kept away by Racing. As Wall, another one, Shriek to send it back. EJ to the net, Racing will save, and Volk now, here it is, it's open. Volk can't put it in, but Wall will. Is this payback for losing the 1v1? Wall has all the emotion in him, and so often when a player loses that 1v1, they just can't recover from it, but Wall does not care. He's got the momentum back on his side. It's another high-scoring game here. You've seen no shortage of shooting. Usually 3v3s are quite low-scoring in a matchup like this, especially in group battles. We're getting the exact opposite from these sides. These games have been exceptionally goal-heavy. And they'll only continue here as another chance. EJ saves away by Racing. The goal line from goal. I guess you call it the goal line. Standing up tall, but and this pressure from what about me then? Just insane. Again, this is the reason why this team is so highly ranked in threes. You can see that here. Maybe ones isn't their strong suit, but 3v3, they definitely have that unlocked out. It's the most important game mode in these crew battles, and they're definitely showing up here in this game with it. But Gannon, demo there from Racing, but EJ will get back. And he'll get chased down by Shriek. Volk, past Gannon. EJ now to head to net. Oh, a good first touch, but can't get the second one. He's gonna waste time here as Bull having to remake the offense from scratch. Wouldn't count this team out of it. Only one goal is needed, and well, again, Racing and his confidence, I could definitely see him alone being able to get a goal against What About Me Then. But What About Me Then? Whoa! Oh, he doesn't want it, that's for sure. Oh my. 3 goals. This is a response. Game 3. Inside the final minutes. Some insurance for What About Me Then. And they are, I believe, favored in the 2v2. So this isn't going to help them. And that's not going to help goal either. Another one off the kickoff. And oh, what else can you say about What About Me Then? This team has been incredible so far. Another one for What About Me Then. Off the kickoff. Racing will be there. At this point for goal, they've got to prepare for that 2v2. They do not have Racing playing, and you already could see from his message in chat, he was asking if he could play in it. He can't. Rules don't allow him to. We have to see the other players not in the 1v1 play in it, and that means for Racing, he's going to be in a very weird situation because I think he planned to play in that 2v2, and he wasn't able to get it. So for goal, they're going to rely a lot on Shriek and on Gannon. And, well, that, I'm sure, is still not going to be terrible for them. It does make things a little bit more difficult. So what a start to the qualifiers for goal. They're going to be stuck in a tough place. They really needed this game if they weren't so confident in that 2v2 game mode. And well, that's going to make things so much more difficult because they have to win in game 4 if they want the series to continue. And what about me then? Well, they're just going to rub some salt on the wounds at this point. Another incredible infield pass. Well, I mean, yeah, that's just perfect from Wall. Right down to EJ. Bang, bang. 20 seconds left, but you already know where this game's ending. What about me then? Well, prove to us how important these 3v3 games are for them. And, well, it's very important. This team, again, is made for threes. And as we see this game end now, they better hope they're made for twos, because that's where the series could end. Or what about me then? But it is going to be a test for them. Wall will not be playing in it. We got EJ and Volk playing in the 2v2s for what about me then? As we move to game number 4. Already we can see these teams getting ready for it. No surprises, I think, to see from that. Again, it's been quite the series so far. I've enjoyed all about this, but we've got our 2v2 game mode. So here we go, game 4. Match point for what about me then to move to round 2 and go to the upper portion. 3 wins and move on. So again, we will be seeing at the end of the day 2 teams qualify out of the Swiss stage and 2 teams eliminated. What about me then, though? If they want to get one step close to making it out of this bracket, a win here will definitely be doable for them. But that's the question, will they? A team that's made for threes, but what about 2v2s? Definitely not a good start there, as EJ's lost the 50, and Gannon will take it away from him there. EJ had pushed out very hard for that boost, and that's going to prove to be a bit costly for him. Mistakes like those, what about me then, seems to be costing this team in those 2s and 1s where they kind of leave the play for boost and jump in so late. Again, this is a team, I don't know how well they are, how good they are at 2s. They better hope they're very good at it though, at least better than Golden. Already we're seeing some awkward rotations. And they played Wall for that 1v1, and I'm assuming he's probably their best 1v1 player. Would he have been a solid player for the 2v2 matches as well? We'd have to see about it, but for now, Volk hitting with Shriek, and look at this one past EJ. Now Volk, very early challenge. He nearly didn't get a piece of it, but Volk's just playing the patient game. What about me then, though, or not? And Volk, he's not going to waste any time on responding. 1 challenge, 2 challenge. That's how important just being the first player is in 2v2s. In 3s, you can throw yourself forward as that first player and not worry too much. In 2s, you have to. You give your backfield away if you do challenge early. Well, again, that's how much 150 can matter in a game mode like this. 1 missed challenge and you automatically see teams answer back. Now Gannon trying to do the same thing there, but EJ will wait on it. Off to the ceiling. EJ again. With Shriek waiting. Volk with the 50. EJ moving back, although he did misplay on this one, and well, Goal's gonna have full boost possession here. Well, that touch is high, and Gannon will never see it again. What about me then? EJ, low boost to work with. He'll try to take down Shriek, but he's given himself up on offense, and Volk's got to make a good challenge here. He will. And it's Goal right now who seem to be in control of this ball, but not in control of the pacing. And what about me then? We'll definitely work with that, although that shot from Shriek's wide, and Gannon can't put it on target either. Goal taking it back, though. That chance for them was a missed opportunity, but the fact they still have the ball is definitely a testament to these two and that chemistry they have. Again, Grayson wanted to get in this 2v2 match. He couldn't because of the 1v1, but you see here how well these players are looking into this game mode. Gannon with the beat. EJ waiting, but it's still Gannon. Upfield, EJ to the corner. Streak now. Volk on. Low boost, and ooh, EJ will save his teammate from that one. Yeah, boost is becoming an issue for What About Me then. They have not had boost control. And they continue to have those corners stolen. Get some space here with EJ. That 50 going all the way back again, and you feel like with all this pressure from goal, What About Me then are going to get scored on at some point soon. And this has just been defense simulator. What About Me then? They've held on valiantly, but they really need chances, and they aren't getting much of them. Gannon with a high flick. Volk jumping. It's gonna go back, and this one will be kept away. Volk trying to go across for EJ, but his touch too heavy. EJ, not really much of a challenge. We'll just send this one upfield. A whiff from Shriek, though. This should be in. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Somehow this game is the closest one out of all of them in terms of the lowest amount of goals. And yet, these two just cannot seem to separate themselves. And for goal, they just want that goal because they know that this series and this round one win is on the line for them if they can't get it. As a 50 goes through, off the corner, EJ, the beat on Shriek, gets wide open. Volk will control it, but he didn't shoot. Gannon will get back in time. What About Me then? Still challenging. Double commit from goal. And EJ with time. 50 in front. Volk can't put the touch on, but he does get the beat. And this one's open again. Volk will finish it off. And after so much work, so much effort, finally it's What About Me then who take the lead. It felt like they played defense simulator for the majority of this game, but I mean, if you take a look at the shots, it's been 4 each. What About Me then? EJ to the back wall. Gannon's whiffed it! Volk's gonna take another one. 3 for Volkensee. And What About Me then? Must be feeling pretty proud of themselves. The momentum is flowing through their veins. And this could potentially end this series. Get What About Me then into that second round. EJ. Not much on that 50-50. Shriek to answer. 36 seconds. Bulls got to get one. As that touch from EJ just far too heavy, and yeah, he leaves Volkensee in a terrible position with that. You know, immediately the first thing they say is EJ just says sorry about it. It's a mistake there, he knows it is. But there's still time. 36 seconds goal. Not done yet. They've got to get another one. And I don't know if EJ is going to be likely to make that same mistake again. He'll flick this one to the net. Whiff from Shriek. He will land on top of it, but it gives it away to Volkensee. And goal a bit slow to get down the field, but it won't be that bad. EJ whiffed it! Gannon's tied it! What About Me then? Another one! As this just goes to the back wall, and EJ, oh, he doesn't challenge it, and oh, he leaves this, oh, very good chance for Gannon. That's a place where EJ has to go. You can't give a shot from that range. What About Me then? An awkward position, but off the kickoff they go again. Gannon. High flick. And with how much defense this What About Me then team has played, overtime is probably the last place they want to be in here in Game 4. They will be going there. This one's going to hit the ground, and well, one goal could send What About Me then to round 2 in the upper portion. A goal, it would give them Game 5, and it might as well do it here. Shriek whiffed it though, no boost in the tank. Neither will EJ though. Heavy touch, Gannon. That sidewall. Solo play is his. Volkensee waiting. Gannon going for the bump. He's hit it. This one waiting in balance. Volkensee will get there, but he's still out of boost. Now same goes for EJ. They'll clear it away, and now Volk to the net. Saved by Shriek. Gannon just going to take that boost for himself, though. And it's him alone on offense. EJ. Oh, not a great save. Volkensee's jumping. EJ has as well. What About Me then in a panic mode right now, but Another clear just to get rid of that momentum, get rid of that pressure, and it may help them here. Volk, wide, EJ in! And that will end the series. What about me then? Well, what about it? Game 1, sorry, Series 1 is theirs. And it comes off of the overwhelming possession on that counterattack. A great first start of the night here for both of these teams. What about me then? We'll be moving to the upper portion in round 1 for goal. They go to the lowers, but I think with 4 teams having already forfeited out of the tournament, that means we'll be seeing them in that mid-round 3. Very likely they will be ending up there, but... oh, what a round 1 that has been. 3-1 in favor of what about me then? The only match waiting on is Underdogs Dukes Demons. Second rate round 1 so far. Again, an exhausting start here, but we've got 8 matches today on this stream, so that's only 1 of 8. Oh boy, it's going to be a long day for us, but I'm here for it. Now, though, again, a start that I'm sure What About Me then will be happy with. Again, a team that is so freeze-heavy. A 2-2 win, though, does matter, and it's a close start for them, but only gets stopped here if we go to round 2. We don't know our opponents for that one, but what we do know is that the Paradise Crew battles will be continuing right after this quick break. Well, sorry about that quick break, everybody. We're back already. They wanted to call round 2 early here. We had our matches end pretty quickly here. So we've got goalie Giggles now. We're in the lower bracket. Not the lower bracket, the lower stage for this one. Not really a lower bracket here. As we take a look at our look here, again, we've already had some matches confirmed with forfeits, but our match is that lower one, goalie Giggles. So the winner of this will give themselves better seating in the round 3 middle. Their team will be going to round 3 low. They'll win. They'll go to round 4 though, but they'll be in the elimination part of this bracket, so no one wants to be there for that, that's for sure. But for now, these teams again 0-1. Goalie Giggles with their loss of the day coming to Nova. John Herrick's Nova in that first round matchup. So, see about it. We did just see again Goal lose to What About Me then. Again, for both these teams, having to get used to those losses. It does happen though, but take a look at our lineups here. It is going to be Shu or Park, Gucci Moose, and Bob. Actually, it looks like he prefers to go by Shu, so change that real quick. Let me quickly change that. There we go. Again, what a game this should be. This should be again another best of 5 all match today, or best of 5 between both leagues actually. So again, should be relatively fun with what we're getting. Again, we're gonna see a lower matchup. We'll then move on to the high round for round 3. So take a look at our schedule today. Again, round 3, we'll be guaranteed to see one team progress 3-0 out of the day. Again, what a series this will be. And we'll get this series started in just a moment here. Where can I see the brackets? Let me ping it. I'll just send it in chat. There you go. Also, hello, Agni. How you doing? Nice to see you. I know you. Yeah, I know you're gonna watch your Oregon A&D. How they're doing. I know they're playing against Gooners this round, which matchup. But and also again, Agni, good luck in Phoenix Cup once that starts. It will be on this stream, although not the same overlay. But again, nice to see you. Welcome in, Agni. Yeah, we do not have A&D for this match, unfortunately. Actually, we're casting the A&D match. Someone might be. Nah, no one's casting the A&D matchup, unfortunately. Again, we should hopefully have these guys in any moment here. I do know for goal, they might not be here for a little while, as thank you for the follows, old Agni. Welcome to somebody's stream. Nice to see you. Yeah, no, sad. No one's streaming it. If they win again, I might be streaming the upper bracket, though. That's a possibility. Again, what a series this has got to be for both these teams, at least. Sense of, you know, with both these players in the lower bracket, whoever loses this, they are guaranteed to be in that lower portion for round 4. Because again, round 3, it's gonna be filled with teams that have forfeited out, so that's not gonna make a difference. But round 4, they're gonna be forced into a position where they have to win in round 4 and in round 5 to make it through. No one wants to be there at all. So we'll see how these teams compare. That is Prediction Bowl is live, so Boulder, Goldie, Giggles. Yes, their names are similar, unfortunately. But should be a good matchup anyways. Best of 5 crew battles is they're in. Good luck to both these teams. We'll get this series started right now as well. Goal on the blue now. Goldie Giggles on the orange. A best of 5 here. Both these teams, and it's the lower portion of Round 2 here for the Paradise Crew Battles Qualifiers. Second of 3 matches for this tournament today. Goal are the favorites, but Goalie Giggles had a little more time to prepare for this. Still, we'll see how they react to it. Is already Stu bringing the offense. Bob trying to keep the play going here. Gucci Moose also joining them here for the goal. Same play present for Gannon, Racing, Shriek. And they're out of position here. Gucci Moose, this should be 1. It will be. A mistake there on their side. And that will be Goal, who will have an answer for the Goalie Giggles. Or actually, sorry, the Goalie Giggles with a goal to start off against Goal. I hate that sentence, by the way. These names are too confusing. Why does everybody have to have Goal in their name? I don't like this. Lepid, if you're watching in chat. This round sucks for my speaking. I already stutter enough. It's only making things worse. You're really exploiting my weakness here. The offense continues for Goalie Giggles. Again, the 3 of these are again the most important game mode in this here, in that they constitute 3 of the 5 games. Well, for them at least, are considered the team that has the advantage in this kind of game mode, but we'll see about that. They have definitely not shown it so far. They've looked quite slow, which is surprising. Maybe not as used to the competition here of the Goalie Giggles, as that shot's wide. Shu will save, but Rayson will push this through. So they will get their goal back, but definitely not through any easy means. That's for sure. They made it a lot tougher for themselves than they needed it to be. But they'll get it. They don't mind an answer back, that's for sure. And that's open as well. Shriek will take it and make it 2-1. But I don't know where on earth the Goalie Giggles were going on that play, as the... Oh, yeah, saw the challenge. Oh, no, he just faked the challenge. I was thinking maybe she was just a bit slow to that challenge, but he never even went. Oh, no wonder there was no one back. Shu couldn't decide if he wanted to be back on defense or not. And by the time he had his decision, the ball was already in the net. What a strange situation that's gotta be in. But the goal, at least, it won't be nearly as embarrassing as it would be with the fact that they were down at one point in this game. Yeah, the Goalie Giggles are a team that's not expected to take this win here. And their loss that first round was already quite difficult for them. Gonna be made worse as Bull's trying to keep this play going. Gannon now gets that one back. Rayson will hit up the corner. Bob with the fake challenge, but Rayson's still with it, and Shu's gotta be careful here. Rayson keeping it close. Now flick across. Gannon shot. That one saved by Gucci Moose. And Goal will head back, although that touch won't help them. Shu to take it. But Shriek will hit it off the back wall. And the Goalie Giggles will take their time on this one, as an infield pass will be deflected high. Goal will just play the patient game here. Shriek. Back in from Shu. Gucci Moose gets this one, and he actually gets the fake on Rayson as well. But Goal will see this one away. Not for long. Goalie Giggles again have not been letting go. They've definitely been relentless on that offensive pursuit. Just haven't been able to keep the ball close enough to them to make these plays work. As Goal again takes their time, Goalie Giggles will have a lot of work to do and a lot of talking to get themselves back in this game. I don't know if their rank level is going to help them in any of these other game modes. 1s and 2s is already going to be very tough for them. And rank-wise, they do not have an advantage. Here from Shriek, straight back in by Gucci Moose. On the back wall, Luna, whiff from Gucci Moose. He was looking to challenge that, but he backflipped it out of the way. And the Goal side will just wait on this one. Again, not as high scoring as the last game. They had not as high scoring as the last series, but still just as difficult for them. The good thing is they're the ones in the lead. They're the ones that are forcing the Goalie Giggles to play up to them. And if they continue that, they'll find success! Just like that! Shriek makes it 3-1. It's just simply a 2-touch dribble. Goalie Giggles never even really jumped for it there. Gucci Moose was being chased from behind on that demo attempt. And we'll be seeing Goal in a very happy position. Racing the beat. He'll see Gucci Moose on that one. Now Gannon. Corner, second touch. Oh, he doesn't reach it. Shriek the 50. This will stand in the midfield. As Racing. Now leaving it here in front of that net, but challenge will still go through. Gannon on top of it. Gucci Moose getting bumped away and Racing. Oh, he was looking for something on that ball, but he couldn't get much of anything. And it's Goal who will continue to be upfield. A nuisance to the goalie Giggles. And now you're seeing why Goal right now are heavily favored in this matchup. You can see it in the 3v3 gameplay. You can just see it overall. And again, I favor them even more heavily in the 1s and 2s. Just based on their individual skill. The rank level for them is way more in their favor. The goalie Giggles are getting outplayed right now. Clear away. Good. Might be an interesting way to help the goalie Giggles because they've actually got to play in front of that net, but time running out, and with that chance going away, we're not going to see them get another winner like that in this game, and we'll see this game end for Goal here, 4-1, a very strong start, and goalie Giggles will have the advantage of calling for the next game, what game mode they want, but they are given a huge disadvantage in that Goal is a high-ranked team in this tournament. Goalie Giggles, well, didn't have much to say for themselves last game. 5 shots compared to 10. We'll see what they choose for game 2 here. They're calling for 2s. That one, 2v2 is called as the game mode here. For both of these teams, and we'll see who's playing for both sides. And next game, but goalie Giggles going for 2s, so I don't know if that's too surprising. That's more common actually than calling for 1s, which was what Goal did in round 1. Well, let's get game 2 underway here. Both these teams ready for it. And I am ready as well. Goal on a pretty strong performance so far. Goalie Giggles now, who we're gonna have to bring a worthwhile response. They're the ones that called 2, so if they lose this, I mean, with how bad the 3v3 game looked in for the first start, just how bad the series is gonna look if they lose here. They're in a very tough position because 1s is not the game mode for them. The fortunate thing is, Racing played 1s for Goal last round. He's playing 2s now, so they have Gannon waiting for it, but we'll see how that works. Goalie Giggles already, though, having to contend again with quite a substantial rank difference. They're not a team that's expected to make it very far in this qualifiers round, and, well, we're seeing Goal here definitely outplay them in that aspect, but can't count them out of it here as Goalie Giggles relying on Gucci, Moose, and Bob to be the players for them here as Racing off the ceiling. Musty flick, can't reach it, but the bounce will definitely give Gucci Moose a bit of trouble. We'll have this one, no shot given, though. Goal will keep this one away, looking for an early strike to get the scoring started, and this may be it. Racing, net's open. This one, a demo. Oh, and Streak, I think he was going for the bump there. I don't know why he decided not to shoot that, but it will still go in anyways. And this is a bit of a comedic goal, I'll say. Streak, I don't know what he was going for there, to be honest. My assumption is that he went for the bump because he went behind the ball, but I really don't know. He actually may have just gone for the shot and just completely whiffed a standing ball. Well, he'll be fortunate that one was going towards the net. It had the correct trajectory. Goal who will start off strong. Now Racing. Another outplay here. Gucci Moose using a lot of boost already. We'll have enough to clear. And chase down Shriek. For the goalie Giggles, again, this is the game mode they're most confident in. Better make it count. They, again, had it close last game. At least for a while, it didn't end that way. This game, though, it should be pretty close, though. This is the game mode they're favored in. Because, again, they really need this, not just for, for the series, because I do not see them winning the series if they lose this game. But for a lot of other things, that's an own goal there. Gucci Moose will take credit, but it was Shriek who had jumped back. He went for the boost and he didn't like this mission, but you know what's crazy about it? If he just didn't challenge, that's racing with the 50-50, and that's going to be a ball that Goal can work with. So a bit of panic from Shriek. I think he would have had a better chance going for the bump there on Gucci Moose. Punching backwards like that is so risky. This game will be tied up though, and we'll see how these teams contend with it. Gucci Moose. Back in from Shriek. Bob beaten. Shriek will see this one saved away by Gucci Moose. Racing now. Missed off the corner. And Shriek to send it back in. Gucci Moose to save. Racing to keep it high. Off the corner again. You're seeing that attempted an infield pass for Goal, but they have not really found each other. Shriek trying to find another play there, but again he's getting out challenged. And Gucci Moose with time. Another boost steal from the goalie Giggles, and now a team pump from Goal. This Goal side is very awkward. That one goal has completely shook them up. They've just not been able to get onto offense ever since, and a shot here from Gucci Moose, though, will be saved away. So, while Goal may be in a bit of a state of shock, they are still playing like the better side. They just need to find a little bit more on offense, that's for sure. And Shriek, maybe that's it. Gucci Moose just whiffed it, and Shriek, I don't think he saw that. He was just looking for 50 on that, but actually had a free touch entirely. And good Goal just need to take these chances. Racing, flip reset, challenged away by Gucci Moose, but he's got to go back again. Shriek to Racing. But no shot on the end of it. Goal still searching with Shriek, and Bob's whiffed it! That's going to find the back of the net. Goal has been waiting. Again, it's felt like they've really not been asking that many questions of goalie Giggles. But they have had a solidified rotation. Something that the goalie Giggles could only wish they had here playing against them. And the lead will go to the side with just a little bit more cohesion. It's Goal again. Up with it is Racing. The back wall. Second touch. Can't tap it in. But he'll go again. Another. Gucci Moose keeps it on the goal line. And it's Goal who's got to go back. Gucci Moose. One last chance. He's hit it. Goals and overcommitting. And the goalie Giggles. Oh, they'll take that one. Shriek just didn't think properly on that challenge. And it's one of those plays where when he goes that first play, you just don't think so properly. He's really left his teammate in a horrible position. Oh, and that's only going to be making things worse. Open for Gucci Moose. And I can't believe it, but goalie Giggles have a very good chance of taking game 2. Goal has just looked weak in the Suvitu game. It's like an uninspired offense. It really does surprise me that we're seeing that from them. They're usually, again, I mean, even last year they looked quite composed. Feels so much more different from them. Especially off of a game one that looked so confident. They'll need another chance, and that one might do it! Perfect shot from Racing. They're not out of it just yet, still a little over a minute to go, but Racing has been leading his team clearly. I need to see a lot more from Shriek as well. He's been a bit quiet on his own side. Racing actually had a beat there on that challenge with Gucci Moose. Now on nothing, he's got little options upfield. And Gucci Moose just taking the boost away. Trying to open up some space for Shriek as well, but Bulls just gotta wait on their chances. Demo from Shriek. Biggest Bob, but he'll be beat by Racing, and Gucci Moose on a bad spawn. Racing in front, off the crossbar. Gucci Moose panicking just to get there. He's already used the boost he had when he spawned in. But it's enough to get that ball away and keep Goal back. This game tied up. Goalie Giggles under the microscope. But it's them who have been thriving in this game on offense. Haven't had a lot of it to thrive off of, so where is the rest of it for this game? Racing. Oh, he may have just beat both of them on that one challenge. Gucci Moose will get back. Racing not prioritizing the boost, and he'll have to rotate out. Gucci Moose and another early challenge. Racing with nothing, and Shriek's done that before this game and has been cut out with it. This time, though, it won't go against them. We head to overtime in game 2. And that's a good kickoff here. Shriek in front. That's going to end it 4 seconds in. An unfortunate kickoff for the goalie, Giggles. But for goal now, one game away from sweeping their opponents and going to the middle round for round 3. And for goal, well, this is not a confident game, but they'll take it. That's all that really matters to them at this point. They're going to forget about it as quickly as possible. As we go back to the 3v3s, here now for EFH Stadium. We're going right back in it. These players wasting no time. And why not when things have definitely looked confident at times for these teams. Although the question is on goal. What are we going to see from them? And they do this again. We saw them win heavily in that first 3v3. Just need to do it one more time. And they'll be again in the middle round for round 3. We won't be seeing either of these teams though. At least for the rest of the day. We might see them tomorrow, but not today. We'll be going to the high round for round 3. We'll be seeing one of those teams, one team qualify for the main event in a week from now. Bull looking to try to be one of them. Gannon. Already out to the corner. No boost to work with. And a bad touch from Shu. Shu's also the one who's going to be playing that 1v1. So I don't know if that was intentional from goalie Giggles or if they just needed to win that 2v2 so badly that they didn't care as much about the ones game. But they have to win from here on out. And I do not favor them in the 1v1. I don't think Goal does either. No matter which of the players of them is the one that's playing. Still, though, this 3v3, they'd love to win it. Would love to just see the series end quickly and go to that middle round with a good amount of confidence behind them. That will require a couple goals in this game, and I mean, what we've seen already from them is that they can get off to pretty slow starts, so they can't afford to do that here. As Gannon, doing it for Rayson. He'll live this one for Shriek as well. Oh, but a second whiff there, and Shriek's left his team in a weird place in the midfield. As they'll go in a bit of limbo, but they will challenge. And they're back upfield again. Awkward there. Shriek has definitely not been consistent this series, but fortunately for him, it has not cost his team all that badly. And neither will this. Gannon in front, but no second shots, and it will be goalie Giggles to try to see that one away, but they've all pushed up, and one challenge will take it away. Shriek to the back wall. Shu clears it out. And Rayson sitting in the backfield again. With another booming touch. Now the dribble. Rayson. 1v2. The pump on Bob won't be given. Shriek. Well, he won't beat Shu on that one either. The 50. Off the back wall. This one kept away. Rayson. Down to the corner. Sent back by Shu. Gannon. Across the goal, and well, Bob's got to be careful on that touch because it's, again, an awkward position. Goalie Giggles have done well to keep the back wall clean, but it's not like that's the place that they should be testing. They've got to be careful. This midfield has been all goal, and oh, they've got a big pass in front. Gannon. And halfway through this game, they'll finally see that opening. It has taken them a long time to get it, though. But they aren't going to mind that. It's goal. With the first strike and with the momentum to back them up with it. It's Gucci Moose. What a missed challenge there from Shriek. He'll leave Gannon in a position that he has to work with. But he work with it he will. And now a pinch up the corner. He was trying to find Rayson waiting in the midfield, and he nearly got there as well, but just a little off, but that one's not off. Rayson's going to make it 2-0 for a goal, and this goal feeling a lot less momentum-based than the last one was. It's a good beat from Rayson, though. He beats Bob to that final challenge, and well, you can see that, again, goal here, feeling a lot more comfortable. Most of these teams are most comfortable in 3v3s. That total ability from goal. All these players, their individual skill, there seems to be what's giving them a huge advantage over goalie Giggles. The same reason last round why Nova beat goalie Giggles in a 3-0 sweep. Nova being our highest ranked team here. And now we will see another chance in front. Oh, it's off the post. Rayson Definitely keeping this one close for goal, but Bill his head wide as goalie Giggles. At this point, scrapping here with goal, trying to make this as dirty of a game as possible. They respect the clean gameplay we've seen from goal so far, so mixing things up, making it a much more chaotic game is really the only way I can see goalie Giggles keeping this one close. But even then, goal seems to have their number as another infield pass. Shriek won't be able to get a shot on it, but Shu will be giving himself a chance. Second touch. Oh, and he's got a whiff on that! Off the crossbar. Shriek doesn't have it, but Racing will. And it's goal who will take their time on that clear. Shriek, back in. Cleared back by goalie Giggles. Shu. Great dribble on, and he's got the beat! And it's 1 goal back for goalie Giggles. Shu sat out for that 2v2 game. Well, he's showing you the mechanics here that he can bring to the field. Goalie Giggles not done with this series. They still have a chance in it. But with how goal has been playing, they just gotta hold on that defense for a little bit longer. Maybe get 1 more goal on the end of it. Oh, but they've instead left Racing all alone. That 50 won't be favorable. Neither will that touch. Gucci Moose, Shriek, going straight to his nets. Man, goal is only making life tougher for themselves with these touches. Somehow they've escaped that one. There'll be a heavy touch upfield. Bob off the back wall, whiff there. Ju will stay on top of it. A pinch. Racing will see this one away. As Gucci Moose now. Shriek. Heavy touchdown field. Waiting on it is Bob, but he isn't going to get much of a challenge on this one. As Shriek, waiting for the 50, is actually going to let Cannon challenge instead. And time's running out for goalie Giggles. 1 more chance to try to keep this series going, but it will go away. And goal will take this series in a sweep. So for them, they will not be going to the lower round for round 3. They'll be going to the middle round. A 1-1 record now. Goal with a successful job in thwarting away the goalie Giggles. We're favored in this match, and they definitely proved it here with some close games, which I don't think they'll be happy with, but games that they'll win nonetheless. Take a look at that bracket now. Goal with a 3-0 sweep over the goalie Giggles. On the upper bracket, though, none of those matches have concluded yet. We're waiting on results from all of them. And what a start for both for the goal side. For goalie Giggles, though, it has not been a good day for them. They were not expected to make it very far, but this has still got to be quite a punch in the gut for them. Start off your day to have both these rounds end so terribly. You know that this team going into round 3, well, they will be given a free win. They're going to be questioning themselves for tomorrow. What do they need to change? Because the thing is, they will be playing tomorrow again. There's been a couple teams that have forfeited out. That means they'll be guaranteed to win in that lower bracket. Not lower bracket, that lower round 3, but still, no position they want to be in. But for now, again, we'll be waiting on our round 3 match to all be decided. We'll be seeing one team qualify their way through, but for now, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we'll be seeing our last of the day for the Paradise Crew battles. Thank you and the Dolphins for the raid. Thank you, my man. Hopefully your day's been going well. We're gonna be a little delayed here, but we'll get this match started in just a minute. Welcome back to the Paradise Crew Battles Qualifiers Day 1. This is round 3. We're ready to see a team qualify for the main event out of the Swiss stage. Joining me now without a webcam is Raptor. How you doing, Raptor? I know you said you wanted to join in for this final match here, and well, you've joined. How does it feel now to get to see some incredible Crew Battles action?
It's gonna be interesting to see. These guys are coming off of some games earlier, and I think they're warm, ready to go, and it's gonna be a clash of the Titans here.
Yeah, mentioned it as well. The match of the Titans. I love that you kind of clarify it like that. It is. Both these teams 2-0 have not lost yet today. And we'll see that potentially continue here. What about me then? We saw them in round 1 with their win there as well. A 3-1 win. It was a tough match, a close one over Goalie. We have seen that made it to that middle round. So for these teams, at least, they're going to be in an interesting position, I'd say, at the very least, with how close some of these matchups have been for them. But again, I've been very impressed with both these teams so far. Gooners themselves, haven't seen them, but this is a solid team. Retro fans are flying 0 North. A lot of these players are actually Team Evo players, if you didn't know. And Team Evo is the major org that's running this competition, although not technically. So for them, it's kind of fun to see them playing in here in this one. And the fact that this team, as scared as they are, have made it this far. If we take a look at our bracket here as well, we'll see just how the day has gone for them. Again, we're in round 3, that upper round for round 3. So again, on the other side, it's Hunter X Nova Sunset Academy in that match as well. So, what a match this is, though. But for it to be qualifying out, the Swiss stage qualifiers is 2 days. But here, if you win, you get yourself out of that bracket. It means a lot to get out of that bracket, especially early on, because not only is it good seeding, it's just good in that you don't have to play tomorrow.
Yeah, and and rest is a key component of it. You're playing at such a high level. You're constantly moving, you're constantly thinking. The game requires instant feedback and everything like that. You're constantly communicating, and just taking a break for just that few minutes that you get in between matches and stuff can really make a difference when you're trying to strategize against another team.
Yeah, you mentioned again strategy. Going to be a big part of this for both these teams, though. This is going to be a strategic game for them, and they've already joined. So I'm thinking right now we should just get this series started here. It's our final match for the Paradise Crew Battles today, but we're going to get to see a team qualify for that main event next weekend. So what a day it is. Let's get this one going. Good luck to both of these sides here. And Raptor, what a match this is. It's What About Me then on the blue, the Gooners on the orange, and because it's Crew Battles, we start in 3v3. So another best of 5, but this one's to qualify to the main event. What a match this is going to be. Here we go. One team's gonna get their first loss of the day. The other one will see themselves undefeated when they go to the top 8.
Got a shot on goal here. Is blocked by EJ. Wall's going to take this up the field a little bit, and he's going to pass his center for Popo. Popo's going to get a little touch on it. He's going to make a close shot, but doesn't get the connection.
And he gets close there. He already seeing some early offense here from What About Me then? But Gooners already answering with
Popo
Mans Are
with that
Flying.
save.
Yeah, no, an incredible save from Popo, but the Gooners, Mans Are Flying, a player that I'm sure a lot of you will recognize. This guy's been at the high level for such a long time as well. And he's always been exceptionally consistent, ironically, in basically anything, but a lot of it has to do with the air game with his Gooners squad. Retro and Zero joining him. This is an aerial-based attack, and for What About Me then, we know that this team, we've seen them before, they don't mind that ground game, so for them, this could be very awkward, especially with how fast the Gooners are, because they just keep throwing balls upfield, and one will go in, it's Mans Are Flying to get the scoring started.
Zero with that great touch off the wall. He reads it perfectly, drops it down center just for his teammate to be able to make that just easy shot.
Yeah, easy is one way to say it. I wouldn't say for that it was easy, but definitely easier than it could have been. Gooners already up by 1, but What About Me then? Again, we've seen this team already, and look at this air game right now. The Gooners are just dictating this, and you know, with the fact that we're going into 2s and 1s, with how mechanically important those game modes are, it feels like even more than 3s. This is not a good start for What About Me then, because mechanics are going to be a huge selling point for those future games, especially with the fact that the Gooners are winning it right now.
And, you know, the blue side, I've been watching over the center of the field, and the blue side is dangerously having a with a shot coming in. It goes wide, but, you know, the blue side cannot seem to get their ball onto the other side of the field for anything.
What About Me then? Stuck in the midfield. The Gooners keeping it back, but now they gotta play some defense. EJ to the back wall. Mans Are Flying will keep this one away from Popo. What About Me then? Popo to the ceiling. That one is sent in front, but nobody waiting. And it's the Gooners who are right now just chasing after him, looking to get a challenge on this. What I love about this What About Me then team is that they keep possession so well, but they have lost it there. Mans Are Flying, setting up for Zevo, and that's goal 2. The Gooners keep the offense rolling, and so do the goals.
Yeah, you know, the wall tried to get awkward on that wall off the crossbar, and he just could not get settled to get a solid touch on the defense, and it just results in a goal.
And don't worry, everybody's had some issues with his name in the past, so you're not the first, you're not going to be the last on this stream, that's for sure. And I've seen Wall so many times that it has kind of gotten second nature to me, but I forget his name actually is a term that a lot of people utilize. So, yes, Wall, the player, though, had a tough time on the back wall there, not the player, for What About Me then. And what I've loved so far right now has been the Gooners just are playing with such pace as well. Like, this is a team that's playing fast, and for What About Me then, they're trying to keep control, but it's so tough to do so, and this Gooners pace also means the Gooners are just going to have such a high amount of ferocity when they go upfield, and we're getting every sense of that.
Absolutely, it's just pound after pound after pound. Mechanics rolling in, you know, they're rotating very well, and you can see it right here with this play right here. They're just rotating out, and Retro just gets a banger of a shot in at 64 miles an hour. And we're going to go 3-0 in this game with 2:20 left.
How dare you with those freedom units? I can't trust you here with those units. You gotta go to kilometers, my guy. But so far, Gooners, yeah, impressive start. They almost get another. They do. Oh, Mans Are Flying. He's found it incredible shots, and this has been an embarrassment of a game 1 for What About Me then, and we're only just past halfway.
And a ninja play there. Mansfield was trying to put it over center, but it got blocked. But he still was able to stay with it and make that shot.
It's just Mans Are Flying, found the touch, and he had to put a little bit of extra flair on it, too. What About Me, then, with still Zevo goals and very little offense to even suggest that they'd even get there first. Gooners have just been that far ahead in control, and they're just going to continue this as well. And the scary part is, this is a high-level team from the Gooners. These guys are good at 1s and 2s, and the Mans Are Flying specifically, super high-level 1s player. Yeah, this guy, I believe Mans Are Flying is SSL, so this guy is very high level, very solid. If I'm What About Me then, I do not trust playing against them in either 1s or 2s. That's almost certainly a game lost, so for them, they've got to trust themselves in 3s, and I don't even know if that's going to help them here, but a goal early for the What About Me then scoreline, and that's 1 goal back. They need 3 more, and a little bit over 100 seconds. It's not they're not out of it just yet, Raptor, but they've got to make some pretty quick attacks.
Yeah, Sporty, if coming to the kickoff here, what can they do to keep possession down the field? They're just not able to really put anything together as of right now.
Oh, I think you cursed them.
And
You cursed them there. Wall will get a goal back here, and what about me then being the offense? Yeah, they heard you, Raptor, and they were not happy with what you had to say about that. And as the Gooners triple committed on that shots, and what about me then? We'll have that follow-up tucked underneath. So now only 91 seconds to go, and this is looking a lot more doable.
absolutely, anything can happen in Rocket League. We say this is Rocket League for a reason, and this is why. It could go any way at any point, just with a simple mistake or just a great touch by another player. With Zero with a great defense there, again putting it to his corner for his teammate to go down the field.
Yeah, some great defense from Zero, but he's got to make a couple more saves here. What about me then? Continuing the offense, but Manzar Flying will keep it out here. The player that should probably watch out inside of Gooners is Manzar Flying. He's such a mechanically talented player. I've been able to see a lot and hear a lot of him, and well, it's no surprise that he's been leading now. 1v1 against Wall. He's got the flick. Popo will jump back, but the Gooners have another chance. Jumping is Retro, but no shot comes. Now in Zevo to the back wall. Low boost, but what about me then? EJ will clear it out to Wall, and the Gooners will just slow things down here as time runs out. They just needed to make sure they didn't give up chance to what about me then, and this attack will help them, but a dunk in the midfield. EJ, here he goes. Manzar Flying will deny him, and the Gooners offense, well, it may not be working there. It doesn't matter. All they need to worry about is making sure that the opposing team doesn't score against them.
Yeah, and looking at the way the EJ and Wall are working together, they're slowly starting to get things together, and it's starting to make things happen for this team. They're doing a really good job of trying to contain Mansfield right now.
And Manzar Flying doing so well in this game, and I think what's also crazy about this one is that this What About Me Then side has played before. These guys already have a ton of chemistry developed. They used to be known as Team Validity in the past, and well, it's always fun that these guys are kind of teaming up again for another tournament, but game one here against Gooners has not been to their liking. It was the Gooners who brought the offense against them, and Manzar Flying specifically was going to be a pain for What About Me Then to deal with.
Yeah, the Gooners controlled most of the time on the field. I hate to say it for What About Me, because I know that they're a powerhouse of a team, but Gooners just had something for them on that first game there. They were maintaining possession of the ball quite heavily, and I just could not see What About Me putting anything together. It's unfortunate because, like I said, these guys are great players, and they're definitely showing that they can stay up with them with those 2 goals. But it's just coming down to what can we do to shake up the Gooners squad.
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to choose a 2v2 game for the next one. So What About Me Then will be going to 2s. So we'll see how that works for them. And we'll see it for the Gooners specifically. If Manzar Flying will be part of that 2s roster. Because he is such a solid 1v1 player. They may actually save him for the 1v1s. The problem with a team like Gooners who have such a solid player in Manzar Flying is that he can play in any game mode. But he can only play in either the 1s or 2s match. This tournament, it has rules where whoever that doesn't play in the 2s match plays in that 1s match. So we'll see who they decide for this one. But no matter what, they're in a very good position here for the Gooners. And oh, again, with it being the last match of the day for them, potentially guaranteeing themselves a spot in that main event next weekend. We will see what happens here. Is already they're deciding on their roster, and it will not be with. Oh, it will be with Manzar Flying. He's going to be joining with Retro. So that means Manzar Flying going in this 2v2. I think they're trying to get this win quickly here with a 3-0 sweep. This would be a very solid roster for them going up against EJ and Wall. So this one here, a 2v2 game, and for What About Me Then, you really think here, Raptor, this is a must-win for them.
Absolutely. Both teams are vying for that spot. We got to keep them. You got to keep it moving down the field, and they're doing a fantastic job of it right now.
What About Me Then on the early offense, but it's Manzar Flying with the ball, and whenever this guy has it, he's scary. Pass 1 now, pass 2, Manzar Flying all by himself, and this is why this guy has been scary all tournaments. 1, 2, no problem for him. Nobody can stop this guy.
Absolutely. EJ tried to come off the wall, tried to make it a decent save, but he just could not get there in time for the Manzar Flying shot.
Again, I told you this guy is such a solid 1v1 player, so, for Retro, at least for him, it's all he's got to do is just make sure that he doesn't give away his position when Manzar Flying can't stop it. Other than that, it's really going to be a lot of this Mans Are Flying show, unless What About Me then can slow him down. You very much have a chance of doing so with, again, the chemistry these two have, but just look at that touch. Beautiful pass, and Retro going to get the dunk. Oh, he's beautiful. Retro on the dunk, and the Gooners have a sixth sense. They just know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that demo came in clutch. You know, Wall was expected to get the touch, and EJ was also thinking that. So when Wall got demoed, it just put EJ in such an awkward position.
Big kickoff now as well, but demos were traded from both sides. Mans Are Flying with it, though. The back wall. Second touch, that's guaranteed, but EJ will be there, and at least prevent that chance for What About Me then. And now they go upfield. Mans Are Flying. One challenge, and that will be another one. Retro will finish it off, and the Gooners, this could be a very long game, but I don't think they're complaining.
No, you know, they don't really have any reason to worry just yet. But it could go either way. You know, this is Rocket League.
I feel like that's going to be your go-to sentence here for the What About Me then. And I feel like that's What About Me then's, for their fans, that's their go-to sentence, is that this is Rocket League and they can still get that win, even though they are not given a very easy route here, especially if they lose this game. Reminder, we go to freeze next, and we saw how that went for the Gooners, so I don't think What About Me then really wants to be there. Also, they don't want to be there in the 1v1s either. The player left over for them is Popo. Against Gooners is Zevo, and Zevo's a pretty solid ones player, so I don't know how well Popo's going to play against him, but What About Me then? As I said, this feels about a must-win for them, and they just haven't got his Mans Are Flying just faster. Retro is going to steal that goal off of him. A little mean from Retro, but he'll complete his hat trick, and the Gooners, I don't think they're going to be complaining. Mans Are Flying isn't. He's having a great time.
He's having a great time. He's just taking a Sunday stroll with that ball right now. The What About Me was just so awkward that they just could not get a good touch on it, and Mans Are Flying is making them pay for it.
Mans Are Flying, and I mean, we've already saw how scary this guy was in the 3v3, but now that he's got space, I don't know if that doesn't make things any easier for What About Me then. In this one, I think they'd have much better chances dealing with him in freeze when he has less time to make things happen, because when he does, I mean, we've seen, he has created all of these goals for both himself and for Retro, and oh yeah, there's a reason why this guy's so scary. There's a reason why the Gooners knew that this guy was going to be a solid player. I mean,
and there's a reason why he's called Mans Are Flying, because he is absolutely just flying down this field. He is not giving them a second to breathe. What About Me is just absolutely just panicking right now, trying to figure out how they could just contain Mans Are Flying. They do a good job of getting it cleared out to the corner. EJ is going to read the whiff from Wall. Wall's going to make it a good center. Let's see if he can get something done here.
Well, that's not going to end off very well. Mans Are Flying again off the corner, second touch, and we know he can score those with what we've already seen from him today. And I don't think What About Me then want to see any more of it. But the Gooners continuously just keeping that offense going. And for What About Me then, they were able to score last game, right? Yeah, they were. Were they able to score last game? I don't remember. Well, they aren't scoring this game, that's for sure.
They are not able to put anything at all together. Just watching the combo of Retro and Mans Are Flying right now. There's just nothing that EJ can do when Wall gets awkward or EJ gets awkward. Wall just cannot find a way to defend this onslaught of Mans Are Flying right now.
Oh, here comes another one. That's going to make it 6, but a save from Wall. And at this point, for What About Me then, just one goal will be enough, but they just can't get a field. Mans Are Flying off the perfect assist from Retro.
Retro set that up perfectly. He read it all the way. He knew exactly what was going to happen, and Wall just could do nothing but sit there and watch this shot come down from Mans Are Flying.
And what's crazy is Wall's actually a really solid defensive player. I've seen this guy a ton on my stream. He's always got defensive players. He's always a really good defensive player, but you can tell he is just getting outplayed on all of these shots right now, and it feels rough because, again, this What About Me then team is so solid, and in the position they're in, it's very likely they're going to get to that final tournament. I don't know if it's going to be today, though. Now the Gooners are reacting to this as Mans Are Flying. Another chance, has the dribble, keeps it going, and he's going to find the net. That one pinched wide, though, but still, Mans Are Flying is putting on a show, and Raptor, I think we're both the fans. We're both just watching it.
we're just watching just a clinic right now, and I hate to beat up about what about me, but unfortunately, they just absolutely just cannot put something together right now. Retro, if Mans Aren't Flying isn't touching the ball, Retro is just there, and he is just being a menace to this what about me team right now.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Against Mans Are Flying, you're going to be eclipsed no matter who you are, but Retro has done exceptionally well. I thought he was going to sit back a lot, but he has done the exact opposite. He has been the aggressive first person up, and Mans Are Flying has been the much more defensive player as a result, and an interesting turnaround. I did not think we'd be seeing that in this 2v2, but yeah, Retro's just brought his aggression. He's known for it, and he's still doing it as well. It is just making things very difficult. Mans Are Flying nearly had an insane tight angle shot from the corner, but what about me then? We'll see it go wider, look for a chance, but nothing's going in, and that was true for game 1, and it's going to be true for game 2 here. Mans Are Flying will fade this one. Wall across, Retro will clear it, and EJ will see no shot come through. The Gooners will keep this one away, and what about me then now have to win this in a reverse sweep if they want to go out of the qualifier in round 3, or see themselves have to play tomorrow in round 4.
You know, 40, you asked the question earlier, you know, what's the strategy here? Do we want to keep do we want to get Popo a chance to do this 1v1? But at this point, the Gooners, do they even need to worry about that? You know, with this 2-game win streak, it's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, you think?
I would say so as well. The Gooners have just had nothing but offense show us here. Yeah, what's crazy as well is that there's been no goals against. Like, when Mans Are Flying has space, this guy is just unstoppable.
I mean, you look at the stats on the board right now, you know, Wall with 2 saves, 2 shots, and 0 goals to come out of it. You know, we're sitting here talking about how, you know, the Gooners are just being able to move the ball down the field, but you have to remember, What About Me is not a low-level team. You know, this is very unique for them. They do play solidly, but they're just not able to just get anywhere with Mans Are Flying and this combo with Retro.
Yeah, but now we go back to freeze, so Mans Are Flying's going to have less space to work with. If we saw in game 1, it made things a little tough for him, but I still don't really know how What About Me then are even going to compete with this team. Because it's Retro and Zero, who are both exceptionally aggressive players. And you have Mans Are Flying, who literally can do everything else. So I don't know how What About Me then is going to stop them here, if they even get that chance. We could be here for a sweep, but for the Gooners, they still got to win this game, and we'll see if they can do it. Mans Are Flying, already off to a great start, though. 13 seconds in, and this guy is soaring high for the Gooners.
And he's doing it so well, but, you know, you got a really bad double commit rare for Wall and EJ. A little bit of a miscommunication on the back wall, I feel like, and that set that up for Mans Are Flying.
Yeah, it was an awkward position for What About Me then, and it's only going to get worse here as Retro now looking to do his own Mans Are Flying impression, but Wall will keep on at that one out and get that sidewall pinch. Zevo, Mans Are Flying in the same place, but it's Mans Are Flying who will call for the touch. Retro now, down the field. This one, awkward for EJ, but he will get to it first, and the Gooners will have to wait as EJ now still has boost, the flip reset, and that one's found on it! EJ! Oh, that's incredible!
Wow, he just read that, he just knew it, he had faith in his mechanics, and it pays off for him. Zero kind of out of place there. Maybe just didn't expect that to come.
I don't think he was either. He pushed up as if that was a failed flip. He said he was going to go for the 50-50, and then he just pulls one out. It came completely by surprise for Zevo. And the Gooners now hide up here, but What About Me then? It'll take a little more than just a solo play to take this team down. Still, though, that's a good sign that, unlike last game, this one is a lot closer still. Mans Are Flying, though. He's the constant in this game, and he's a pretty high one here. The Gooners are going to keep relying on him.
They're going to keep pumping shot after shot after shot at this goal, trying to make the entire What About Me defense awkward, and Mans Are Flying is literally just going to just take this all the way up down the field as he sees fit.
Yeah, again, reminder, he is an SSL, so Mans Are Flying is the highest ranked player in this lobby by a pretty solid margin, and you can tell that the Gooners, they don't mind really utilizing him, because Mans Are Flying has just been incredible so far. I guess that shouldn't be a surprise, though, with this guy having seen him before, but we'll definitely see more about that though, but it's only a 1 goal difference. So for what about me then? A better game, but I'm still worried because there's still 3 minutes left, and this defense from them has been weak at best against the offense of the Gooners.
But what do you do? What do you do when you have an SSL that is just walking you down the field? What do you do? What about me? They are just trying to get everything they can, and with that shot, putting it 2-2, they still have a shot in this. Do not count them out, my friend.
Yeah, don't count them out one bit. This match, definitely an intense one, to say the very least, but Gooners definitely trying to live in that intensity. Still though, the mans are flying.
The field.
He's had his issues when it comes to close down space. See how it works here as mans are flying. This one leaving it. Popo off that sidewall. Retro jumping in, but EJ with the challenge. And for what about me then? That's been maybe one of the few hopes they've had in the series. Has been that their 50 game against players not named Mans are flying has been relatively solid, so long as they can rely on the Gooners challenging early.
And if they challenge early, Popo and EJ are there to connect with each other, and they are doing a very good job of slowing this down just a bit to kind of get them off-centered a little bit. And they're going to push this down the field. Mans are flying is definitely going to get a shot, but EJ does block it back. And now we're staying in the Gooners territory here a little bit longer than they have been in recent past. So maybe this extra shift of momentum is what they needed to get this really going.
Oh, no way. Mans are flying's going to go for a sideball double tap. Wall was ready for it. And no surprise, again, they're going to make sure that someone's always in net when Mans are flying is upfield. But again, the Gooners, they're going to keep relying on him. He has worked for them all series, and why not at this rate? In reminder, though, that if they do lose this game, the next one is a 1v1, and Mans are flying is already played, so they would have to rely on Zevo in that matchup, playing against Popo. We'll see how that one works out, but still for the Gooners, they look quite confident, and for good reason. The offense continues to bring out, and all they need is one more good chance, one more shot, and well, this is going to make things very tough for them because time is running out in regulation.
Yeah, and and Mansfield's just a threat everywhere on the field. No matter where you look, Mans are flying is just having his way. He's there everywhere, and Popo passes over the wall, and they're gonna work a ladder play, but it just gets disrupted. Retro's gonna go off the ceiling here for a pinch, set off the wall. The player taking it off the wall, but he does not make anything happen here.
No, and here comes Retro again. Another pass. Mans are flying, looking to connect. Zevo beats it at an open backfield. What about me then? Wall leaving it for Popo, but Retro always with those early challenges, and that has been difficult for what about me then to handle with. This is a team that, again, does not like to play super fast. This is a team that wants to slow things down, wants to take control. They haven't got it, but they will here, and Wall will find a goal out of nothing.
Wall just kept with it. That fake right there for Mans are flying, put him awkward, and Wall just puts in a great shot down the center, and unfortunately is an own goal for this Gooners team.
Yeah, Retro a little outside of that net, I believe, and what about me then, though? Have held on to this game, have held on to their hope in this series, but still, minutes ago, Gooners quick to look to a response. Zevo dunked by EJ, and now it's a 3v1. EJ on target, Mans are flying will save, and this will now be another clear attempt. Mans are flying, looking for Retro. Popo to EJ. This one pinched. Mans are flying again on it, but now on low boost. This is an awkward position for the Gooners, and they've got to get this one out. 30 seconds left, and Raptor, what about me then, is holding down the vice clamp on this midfield, and if the Gooners can't break out, they're not going to have a chance to come back.
And they are fighting with everything they have right now. They are shutting down Mans are flying, and they are just trying to just push it past him. I say that, but Mans are flying just takes it down the field, but Wall is going to be there to recover it.
Another shot on, this one saved away, and what about me then, sending this ball down one more time. It's got to be kept up here, but it won't be. What about me then? We'll take game 3, and we go to game 4, the 1v1. It's going to be Popo versus Zevo, and well, now with this momentum running for what about me then, and this 1v1 being actually quite likable for good for them on winning, the Gooners are now going to be a little bit more nervous.
Yeah, that dominating performance we saw in the 2v2. They were coming off of that really strong win, and maybe that actually froze them. They got a little complacent, and they said, what about me? what about me? You slowed us down, and but we're not going to count ourselves out of this, and we're going to rally, and we're going to push this game as best as we can. And as you see with that last game, the Gooners might have something to worry about here.
Oh, they definitely have something to worry about here because Mans are flying already played in that 2v2, so they have Zero now. He's still a pretty solid 1v1 player, but he plays against Popo the Panda, and this is going to be a 1v1 that has qualification on the line for both these teams. For the Gooners, they win here, they get to go to that main event next weekend. But what about me then? They win, they go to Game 5, and then they have the chance to go to the main event next weekend. So you can't talk about more pressure on a 1v1 like this, for a qualification match when literally qualification's on the line and Popo already off to a good start here. Zero lost the 50-50.
Yeah, it's unfortunate here. He comes off the wall, he tries to dribble it, but Popo is a quick react to it, and he's just going to make it a 1-0 game with 4 minutes and 37 seconds. So an early start to the What About Me team.
Yeah, that 50-50 from Zero, a bit of a poor decision going off the sidewall like that. It's so rare to win a 50 from that position, and took the risk. It didn't pay off. Now he'll get the fake, but on literally only 10 boost, he's going to race back, just prioritizing getting to this ball quickly enough to prevent Popo from shooting. And now I don't know what Zero's doing here. He's lost another 50-50 as he completely outran it, and he just looks a bit awkward so far. Popo definitely proving that he has that 1-4 capabilities. As I mentioned, Zero's solid at ones, but Popo definitely has the ability to respond. And again, it's Zero right now who's in an awkward position. I think the major reason why is because he maybe wasn't expecting himself to play in this 1v1. It was Mans are Flying who played in that 2v2 game, I think mostly just because they wanted to get a sweep here. Gooners wanted to get out of this quickly. Now they're stuck in a 1v1 and anything can happen.
Absolutely, and Zero sneaks one by Popo. That's kind of embarrassing being on this level, but the fakes coming through and getting a nice shot on goal for Zero kind of surprised Popo a little bit there.
Yeah, as you said that as well. A good response, and again, we can't say anything about Zero here. Still a lot of game though, and that's the thing about ones. It's a long game mode. It's just a long slog. As M take flight, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Somebody Stream here. We got a 1v1 between Popo and Zero here. Joining me is Raptor. What about me then and the Gooners and the high part of round 3. Winner of this goes to the main event out of Swiss as Zero cannot seem to hit the open net here, and this is an awkward and embarrassing offensive push because Zero should have been scoring there. He had 2 chances for it as well, Raptor. Now, the other way. Oh my goodness, he went for a classy flip for Popo, but it won't connect. Now another open net for Zero. And this one, oh, he's missed it again. Oh my goodness, Zero. This is embarrassing. Where's the trapdoor when you need it?
Yeah, and Popo was primed in a spot where he was going to be able to get the save, and unfortunately Zero misread it. Zero's going to try to push down the field here. He's going to get a nice little flick over top Popo, but it is knocked away. Zero's going to come in. He's going to try to maintain pressure here. I think that's really what he needs to do to keep Popo at his feet. He needs to keep the momentum, keep his possession, and in for a second goal for Zero.
Yeah, he's kept that momentum well as Popo overcommitted on that flick, and I see in chat a raid coming in from Corporal Monkey Shines. So thank you for the raid, Corporal Monkey Shines. Hopefully you're doing well there, my friend. As I see you came in, thank you so much. Yeah, we got the Paradise Esports crew, well, not the Paradise Esports, just called the Paradise Crew Battles here. This is the qualifiers. What about me then with Wall, EJ Popo taking on Zero, Mans are Flying, and as a goal goes in for Popo. We'll talk about that. A 1v1 here. This is a Crew Battles tournament, and this is round 3, the upper round 3. So winner of this will be going to the main event next weekend. As again, it's another follow. Thank you for the follow, Toxin. Welcome to this buddy stream. As again, it's what about me then with Wall, EJ, Popo playing right now with Volk as their 4th, and for the Gooners they have 4 players themselves. But today we're seeing Zero, seeing Mans are Flying, and man, they keep interrupting me. We're seeing Zero, Mans are Flying, as well as what's that last name? Raptor, you saw that. What was their name as well? And I'm forgetting a lot of things today.
yeah. Everything's happening so fast in this 1v1. It's hard to keep a train of thought without seeing something interesting happen in this match. So I mean, that goes to speak to how much pressure you can feel in this field right now.
Yeah, you know what? I really need to. I'm gonna check who's on these rosters. Maybe in a quick bit as soon as a goal goes in, because, and I should really remember here, but. Yeah, so far though for Zero, he's been in an awkward position in this 1v1, Popo. has been able to definitely take advantage of his very weak 50-50 game, but what he hasn't been able to do is take a huge lead. And for Zero, that should give him the confidence that he can still very much keep up in this 1v1. Is now a flick. That one weak though, Popo will keep him out, but the boost is going to become much more of a factor for these players. And specifically for Zero, who right now has that boost advantage, but definitely in a position where he is playing very aggressively with it. And he might lose it in any moment here.
Yeah, you gotta, kind of think, Zero is kind of, the overdog here. What About Me was coming into this kind of scared that they were going to have to play with Manzar flying, and what kind of a position did that put Zero in when he got called up? Knowing that the game is on the line here for the Gooners here, they're looking to vie for that spot next week. So what can Zero do to make sure that that happens here?
We'll see about that. He just needs to be a little more consistent. He's just, again, been too jumpy on those 50-50s and those challenges. The other side, though, for What About Me, then Popo coming in. We got to respect his 1v1 ability now. I have not seen him play in a 1v1 before. But he definitely has the capabilities that are needed as that clears too far. And Zero will get to it, although, oh man, that should have been saved from Zero. Another one for Popo, and at this point, I think for Zero, he just is not feeling at all confident in himself. And I think that's really why this game has completely fallen away from him.
Right, Popo has locked him up a few times, and you have to wonder, with all these early challenges and stuff like that, what does he do to counteract that? And Popo just has every answer for Zero right now.
Yeah, it is. Popo, the better 1v1 player today. As you mentioned it
Zero
as well.
can put some pressure on here. He's got all the time in the world. Can he make something happen? And he does!
Don't count out Zero, that's for sure.
No,
he's still got every reason to come into this.
Absolutely, and you see that, Popo respected him, gave him a little bit of time, and Zero just had the extra shot, and he's mechanical enough that he can be dangerous.
Yeah, he is, and we'll see how this game can continue, because reminder, Game 5 potentially on the line for both of these teams. That means that game, it'll be a 3v3. We'll determine who will go to the main event next weekend. Popo, at this point, just needs to waste out time. He really doesn't need to score anymore. Wasting time will actually do enough for him here if he can just keep Zero away, but Devo has definitely kept it close, although he doesn't have the boost there. That 50, though, will go in his favor. Bumps now is Zevo. Popo will be first to it, but another challenge, and this one's going to work as well. We'll trace across, was looking for that bump as well, but so far for Zevo, though, time running out, he has not had any more success on offense.
And he just needs to keep hammering away here. He cannot afford to let this time go down off of him. He's going to get one off, but it's going to be wide. And Popo is just going to, you imagine, just let this timer just run away and allow the series to run away with him.
Oh, we got a guaranteed Game 5 now. We've got a guaranteed Game 5 Raptor. We're going to go back to the 3v3, and that's going to determine, of these two teams, which one will deserve to go to the main event first.
And you have to wonder, now that, What About Me has come back from all these supposed uphill battles, we told you in the beginning, you cannot count out What About Me. Going into this Game 3, now a forced 3v3, which they just came off of the 2 victories. What does that say about the shift in momentum here? Gooners looked solid all the way through the first half of this, but What About Me is responding.
And for Gooners, again, it's Retro Mancer flying Zero. North is their 4th, so we'll get to see how this roster works, but man, if for What About Me, they've got a ton of momentum now, and this is a chance for a reverse sweep too, so there's a lot hanging on to this game. Qualification for for any of these two teams is within reach. Who wants it, though, is the better question, and we'll figure that out very, very soon. For now, though, we just gotta wait and find out here in our 3v3, and as you mentioned, they just came off of a loss in that in Game 3, so for the Gooners, they cannot be feeling very confident here.
Well, they need to keep that confidence up, if they could keep that confidence up, and in game number 1, they came out just absolutely spectacular. They were keeping possession of the way, so maybe talking with the coaches here, maybe talking amongst themselves, can they come up with something to get that dominance back that they showed at the very beginning of the games here?
Yeah, as you said, a good way to say it as well. Game 5 now, back to 3v3s. And this will determine, this is our final match of the day for this tournament. This will determine who's going to go to that main event next weekend. What about me then? On the momentum high, but it's the Gooners who will be scored on early, 10 seconds in, and a massive fake will do all it needs to do.
Absolutely, you know, EJ put that ball perfectly. And Mr. Wall was trying to get there, but unfortunately he was threatened by Zero, but Zero and Wall both miss, causing that goal to happen.
Yeah, as you said.
And maybe that's a sign of a little bit of nerves. You have to wonder.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of a nervous situation for the Gooners. I mean, I can't blame them. How those games have gone. I saw in Twitch chat, Manager Flying said he's gonna lock in for this game. So I don't know how we're feeling about that, but he has definitely not locked in so far, because the Gooners are playing more of the defense right now, and well, we'll have to see if they can break up. One goal though can make that difference for them. Can come at any point as Mans are flying. Look for Retro, and that one stopped by a double commit and another infield pass. Oh, that's perfect! And Mans are flying. Doesn't have much to worry.
And you have to wonder, was that orchestrated a little bit to get that double commit? You know, Retro gets a great pass off that back wall off a really good read, and it just making it look easy. Can we see this momentum shift back in the Gooners' way?
This game 5 though, I know you mentioned about the Gooners being nervous. What about me then? I mean, for them, they've gotta be nervous. I mean, knowing again that they're in the 3v3s, this is a game that is one that is not very easy to tell who's gonna win it, and especially with the fact that it is still game 5, that you can still make it through 3-0. I'm sure they themselves wanted to see themselves go 3-0, and again, they've got to be feeling the nerves too, because that main event, it is so elusive. You can do so well, but as long as you aren't there, you still have a chance of not making it. And what about me then? They know that. Gooners know that. If they don't win here, we could potentially see this really hurt them, because after this round, these teams got to wait a whole day before playing again, and anything can change in the span of a day.
Absolutely, you say nerves, but that confidence level could be there as well. They're coming off of some really solid gameplay in the last 2 games, and they are pushing the Gooners to maybe question what they need to do here. And you're seeing a shift totally in the way of What About Me right now. So I wouldn't say it's nerves right now. They're playing solidly, and they're containing Mans Are Flying pretty well in this 3v3.
Oh, but you almost cursed it there. Hero Neri scoring Retro. Could have put the shot on. Someone in chat saying, is this Swiss? It is. But the other 2 rounds, round 4 and 5, are tomorrow. So this is our last round for today. Tomorrow, though, we'll be seeing the final 2 rounds. So the final 6 teams make it to that main event. Gooners, though, want to be part of the first 2 today. And this is their chance to do it as Retro. Infield, a dunk. Popo, last one back. EJ, challenged by Zevo, but no shot on. And the Gooners continue to just try to put these pressure in. Retro gets past Popo. That net's open. Retro past another. Mans Are Flying with space. And here comes a solo play off the ceiling. Mans Are Flying. Keeps it to the ground. Flick over high. Wall will get to it, but not a good touch. Zevo couldn't shoot it on, though. And the Gooners are getting so close to that net. They just need that final shot to go in.
Yeah, and they almost had it, but a tremendous defensive plays for What About Me, scrambling to get these shots knocked away so they can maybe put something down the field, just like they're doing right now. But Mansfield comes in and takes possession again. Retro's going to pop this over to the corner. Mansfield's going to try and get this over the blue team, but unfortunately Zero is going to have other ideas. Popo now pushing it down the field, and you're starting to see a drive from the What About Me team.
This is the offense they need, and they nearly put one in there. Zevo holding it on the goal line. Now Wall, his chance. Popo, the target. Mans Are Flying will keep it away, but now Zero's got to get that clear away. Gooners stuck on defense, and this is not a good sign for them. Retro, all the boost he has just to get that one away, but Wall's there to jump. Mans Are Flying's awkward, but he'll get back in time with EJ's shot going straight at him. And the Gooners still waiting. Still hoping just to get out of defense. Mans Are Flying does it! And the flick will sail to the open net. The Gooners lead by 1 with 71 seconds to go.
Mansfield just gets that beat. He's been able to beat a lot of the What About Me players, and he just gets that beat again to make this a 2-1 game with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go.
Mans Are Flying. Again
Man.
at it, the dribble. Stopped by Popo in the midfield as now he'll have a race down. The dunk there on Retro is made, but no shot will come from it. Wall sets up a different play, but he'll go well past the nets. Mans are flying. Retro to the corner. Gooners want one more, and they won't get that chance easily, but a dunk in front. Nobody waiting upfield, and now an open backfield. Wall challenged from behind by Retro. Mans are flying on the nets, and that duo will prevent the play from being anything worse. In fact, they'll get offense too. Retro, flip reset, Mans are flying for the dunk, but it will be Wall to send it away, and time's running out, Raptor, and so too are the opportunities, as this one, EJ, cleared back by Retro.
Yeah, and EJ almost put that one in, but that leaves Popo back all by himself. He's managed to clear it away, and a little bit of a double commit there again by the What About Me team. You wonder if you're trying to see a little bit of nerves. Maybe now the nerves are coming out.
And maybe the final seconds. What About Me need this chance here. EJ cleared by Retro, but it's going out to Wall, and he'll keep it alive.
Well,
0 seconds, they've got to score here, but that chance won't come to them. Pinch the other way. Popo waiting. Now it's his turn. EJ jumped 2, and that one will be over. The Gooners will take Game 5, and will go to the main event next weekend.
Terrific plays by the Gooners. You know, they knew they had to come in ready to fight. You know, the 3v3, the last 3v3 that they had a tough time keeping What About Me down, but you know, they rallied back. They patted Zero on the back, say, hey, appreciate it. We got it from here, boys. And they pulled it out, you know, in a really solid 3v3 play here.
Yeah, it is the Gooners, though. That early start for them is really what they needed. Raptor, and obviously, no matter how hard this What About Me team tried, it doesn't make too much of a difference here for them. They're going to go to round 4 high, and they're a high seed in that round at the very least. So for them, they should have a very good round 4 to start off tomorrow. But What About Me then? Will see themselves not qualified today, but the Gooners will. And so for them, they'll be pretty happy. And X Nova also have just qualified. If we take a look at that bracket, so they've already made it through. Those are 2 teams going through, and I will say this, no surprises. Those are, I think, our 2 highest seeds in this tournament. So that's not a surprise to see at all for this tournament.
Well, you know, the Gooners walked away from this the victor, but you know, we do have to get a shout out to What About Me then. They did put up a fight. You know, they showed that they have the ability to stay up at this level and to play at this level, and you know, they could be a threat later on down the road. You know, they'll make some adjustments based off of this last performance, and I don't see why they couldn't come back much stronger.
Yeah, as you said so as well. I think this What About Me then team will be just fine for how this tournament has gone. But I must say, Raptor, what a series. I'm happy that you joined me for that one. That was a great matchup, our best of this tournament. We've got another tournament coming up later. We've got the ATS RLSS Champions Cup. That's going to be 5 more rounds of action, but wow, what a day it's been. Is there any last things you want to say, though, Raptor, before we're going to get the stream? Any last messages you want to have up for people before we end the stream, and we'll set up for that next tournament?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to you, Sporty, you know, bringing me in on this, giving me a chance to co-cast beside you. It's been an absolute honor to work with you and to learn from, you know, I feel like one of the better casters in this group. You know, you've been an absolute treat. You've been teaching me a lot. And for anybody on the stream that's interested in, you know, playing and casting, I would just say, you know, go for it. You know, Sporty and the whole community has been an absolute treat, and I just really appreciate the opportunity to come in and enjoy what I do.
So again, a great day. As we're gonna get a raid out here. Nobody is live that I know of, so that's. But we'll find someone who's live that I think will be a good person. I'll find someone. Let's do this one. We'll go right here. Thank you all so much for joining the Spotty stream, everybody. We'll be live again later tonight with the Champions Cup here, part of the ATS RLSS tournaments. But for now, me and Raptor, thank you all so much for joining this stream. We'll see you guys soon, though, when we come back with more action.